What's going on YouTube? So with today's video, let's dive in the brand of Lacoste. This is going to be two reviews in one video because we're going to talk about Lacoste Essential but also Essential Sport. This one kind of has been forgotten. For reviewing purposes, I ended up testing this one here, Essential from a decant, even though I do have an unboxed bottle itself that's been in the cellophane or the wrap for like the last couple of months. Been meaning to test it from the bottle, but I thought, you know what? Sport itself hasn't really been talked about all that much throughout the YouTube fragrance community, so we're going to talk about this one here. However, Essential, we're going to talk about this one first. This one was launched in 2005 in its class as a woody aromatic. The note breakdown, top notes are going to be tomato leaf, cassia, bergamot, and tangerine, with the meat being rose and pepper, and the base is going to be patchouli and sandalwood. What do I get out of this scent here? Now, it's been on the back of my palm for the last 20 minutes. And I've been wearing both of these fragrances pretty much all week long. This is a very green and fresh scent. So in the opening, you're gonna get some of that tangerine, but not all that much. I thought that the bergamot and the tangerine was really gonna pop. It's more of the cassia and the tomato leaf itself. The tomato leaf itself kind of comes and goes. It lingers here and there throughout the entire scent life on my skin, but you're gonna get that cassia. The cassia does last a pretty good duration of the scent life, and it's actually quite green and herbal. As the dry down does proceed, you're gonna get a little bit, not a whole lot, and maybe it's just my skin, a little bit of that floral or that rose. If you're not paying attention, you're just gonna kind of miss it. But it does become a little bit more soft, spicy. Like the pepper does kick in a little bit. Then towards the base, you're gonna get some of that cassia still, along with the occasional tomato leaf, but it becomes more woody than anything. Their Lacoste L12 line is pretty much like their main go. Is like what really is like their popular selection. But Essential, this is a very solid scent for the everyday man. It is pretty much ageless, so someone who is in high school to someone who is a grandfather can wear it. It's spring, but more so summertime. It's daily casual, it's school, it's work. It's more of a daytime kind of fragrance, and I also think it's a good white t-shirt and jeans fragrance. Longevity on my skin was 6 to 7 hours. Projection was more so on the moderate to, I would say more on the mild to moderate side. You can go a little bit more liberal on the application and not really worry about offending anybody. This really is inoffensive. Even if you were to do like 10 sprays, it's really inoffensive. I didn't ask the ladies' thoughts, so we're not gonna have the wife's thoughts take for either one of these fragrances. Price tag, these are still easily available. They're still sold retail at the Hudson's Bay Company, but I have seen these online anywhere from $20 to $35, $40 Canadian. That's an amazing price tag for what you're getting. So it's an easy to wear, mass appealing scent that's ageless. The versatility is pretty good, but I would say it's more of a daily casual kind of scent, just an everyday fragrance. It's not formal by any means. The projection and the longevity is decent, and the price tag, you can't go wrong. This is super budget friendly. Lacoste Essential Sport now. This one I believe is discontinued, and it is becoming a little bit harder to find on some of these online discounters, but look around, you can still get it. This scent was actually launched in 2009. In classification, I would say it's more of an aromatic fresh or an aromatic aquatic. Note breakdown for this one here is going to be grapefruit, bergamot, but also ginger, with the meat being juniper berries, nutmeg, geranium, and watering notes, and the base is going to be musk, patchouli, but also vetiver. What do I get out of this one here? Okay, so this one is certainly fresher than the Lacoste Essential for sure. It's a sports fragrance. This opens up very bright, citrusy, fresh. You're gonna get some of that ginger to kind of like give it a little bit of a boost, but it does become a little bit soft, spicy, but also aquatic. Like the watery notes do kick in, and it does give it that aquatic feel, like a fresh out of the shower, somewhat soapy kind of scent. Then the dry down itself, or the base, is pretty much just musk with a little bit of vetiver. This is kind of like your traditional sports fragrance. So I find that these are a little bit more easier to wear when it comes to, like, you know, the other fragrances out there. Sports fragrances generally do have like citruses, musk, mint, ginger, and that sort of bit, okay? This here is really your typical sports fragrance. This is spring, I would say more so summertime. Both fragrances are summertime or just anywhere in the world where it's hot. Everyday use, like school, sporting events, gym scents. I do think that you can wear it to work, but this is not going to get you through the entire workday. Longevity itself was only like anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, depending on like the climate itself. Because I've worn this when it was like 17 degrees, but also we had a day where it was like 24 itself. So on the cooler days, it lasted a little bit longer, maybe an hour longer. But overall, it's not going to last you as long as the Essential itself. So I said like 6 to 8 hours. This is 4 to 6. Price tag for Lacoste Essential Sport. This is discontinued, so it's going to be a little bit more harder to find, and it's going to be a little bit more expensive, which it's kind of strange because Lacoste itself is quite economical. But you're not going to really break the bank, but it's still going to cost you a little bit more. It goes anywhere from $70 to $90 Canadian, and when you convert that, that's $55 to $70 USD. In the end, do I like this one? I do. It's just very easy to wear, inoffensive. It is your traditional sports fragrance. But if I had to choose which one I prefer, it's easily going to be the Essential. But this is still a solid scent. I find that this is ageless itself, but this one just comes across as a little bit more classier. And that's really saying a lot. This is like an everyday casual kind of fragrance along with this. But if you want a work scent from the two, I would say that this one's a little bit more refined, and then that's not saying a whole lot, okay? You can't really beat the original, the OG itself. So guys, that is my review of Lacoste Essential, but also Essential Sport. Any other reviews that I've done from this brand, they will be in the description below. If you want to see some other good summertime fragrances, whether they're economical, top fives, or just smell and rates, then please check out all 4 corners. Guys, and before you go, make sure to give me one of these, as I really would appreciate it. I thank you for your time, take care, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everyone.